Hello everyone, today we'll be ranking the LEGO Star Wars Planet series. Now for anyone that doesn't know, this is a sub-theme released from 2012 to 2013, and what this would consist of is you get one little molded planet with some pieces inside to build a ship, and then a minifigure corresponding to that planet. And this would all cost about $10. It was a pretty cool concept, and there are some neat sets in there. And despite only 2 years on the shelves, there were 12 sets released for this theme. So for this video, I want to rank all these sets from worst to best. Kicking off our list at 12 is the Jedi Starfighter and Kamino set. While the build of Obi-Wan's Jedi Starfighter shines and is very accurate and detailed, the inclusion of R5 as a minifigure just feels boring. It's a good figure, don't get me wrong, but I don't think anyone prefers an astromech over any other character. Astromech droids just don't evoke the same excitement as regular minifigures, which really detracts from the set's overall appeal. I will say the planet isn't the best depiction of Kamino either. It's not bad, and you can tell what they're going for, but it definitely could have been better. Taking the 11th spot is the B-Wing and Planet Indoor set. Now when I say Planet Indoor, I mean the planet of the Forced Moon Indoor. Now I know it's very surprising to see this, as we've never actually even really seen this planet in Star Wars, so to get it here in a LEGO form was quite surprising. I like the idea though of kind of going off the books and doing something a little different. Although, I don't know, it makes the planet feel a little less meaningful because I don't know what I'm looking at here. I have no connection to this planet. I've never seen it before. Despite this though, I am glad to have this set around because the B-Wing looks phenomenal. The build they did here was perfect. They really got everything down with a bunch of small pieces, which is really hard to do for this complicated ship that has so many moving parts and little parts at that. The B-Wing pilot included here is decent, I guess. It features some good prints, but unfortunately, the helmet design feels quite dated. It looks like it's from 1999. I don't know what they're thinking here. This lime green shade looks terrible on it, and it ruins the figure and ruins the set. Securing the 10th position is the Twin Pod Cloud Car and Bespin set. The build quality of the Cloud Car is not in question here. It looks solid. And the minifigure accompanying this set is Lobot. And it's a good pick. He looks good here, and he's not a very common minifigure, so it's nice to see. I definitely think a Bespin guard, though, would have been better, but Lobot's still a good choice, too. All this is pretty good. However, the representation of Bespin feels slightly off due to its color scheme. A darker red and additional accents could have helped elevate its visual appeal and make it more accurate to the movie. At number 9, we have the X-Wing and Yavin 4 set. Both the X-Wing itself and the accompanying pilot are executed very well. Staying true to their iconic designs, there is nothing to complain about here. Yavin 4's planet, though, is decently accurate, but it doesn't quite match the visual appeal of some of the other higher rank sets on this list. And this definitely feels like a lazier set. Coming in at 8th place is Saboba's Pod Racer and Tatooine. The build captures Saboba's Pod Racer amazingly well. For the scale they're in here, I'm really surprised how good they were able to get all the shapes down. There's no doubt that this is his Pod Racer. Besides that, it's also accompanied by a superb Saboba minifigure. It's always a delight to see well-crafted alien figures in LEGO Star Wars sets, and this one delivers on that front. The planet looks pretty decent too, but this set just can't compete with the other more iconic locations and vehicles. In 7th place, we find the ATST and Indoor set. This build is surprisingly well designed for its scale. The ATST has a more challenging design with those smaller legs on the bottom and being very top heavy, so them working around that with this smaller scale was a neat challenge to see them overcome. They didn't just overcome this challenge though, they excelled in it, as this looks like a great model. The included pilot minifigure isn't anything new, but still nice to see. The representation of the Forced Moon is also quite fitting and contributes well. It's another solid addition to the theme. Taking the middle spot at number 6 is the TIE Bomber and Asteroid Field set. The TIE Bomber build is impressive with its accuracy and its clever parts usage. However, the Asteroid Field, while a neat concept, doesn't really hit visually like the planets do. I like that they tried something different, but it's not nearly as interesting or colorful as the other full planet models. Breaking into my top 5 is the N1 Starfighter and Naboo set. The intricate design of the N1 Starfighter showcases LEGO's skill with complex shapes and curves. The N1 is notorious for being an amazing, sleek-looking ship, and they somehow were able to capture it in this smaller scale. Of course, there's little pitfalls here that it's not perfect, of course, but you have to work with them because it is such a small scale. What they were able to do here was still impressive, and it still looks great. Couple this with a great-looking Naboo pilot and an accurately depicted model of the planet Naboo, and you've got a great set on your hands. This set excels in pretty much every aspect and offers a really well-rounded experience. Securing the fourth position is the TIE Interceptor and Death Star set. While the Death Star itself isn't technically a planet, its inclusion in the series is iconic and adds significant value to the set. The TIE Interceptor build and its accompanying pilot are both well made, but they don't really grab your attention. The main selling point here is the famous planet-destroying space station. The Death Star really carries the set. Not that the rest of it's bad, but you already know pretty much everyone was buying this set just to get that molded Death Star. Our third spot is taken by the Tantive 4 and Alderaan set. This one shines with its representation of both Tantive 4 and the planet Alderaan. Both are fantastic here. Alderaan itself is just beautiful. The colors of that planet obviously work better and really capture your attention, and they nailed the print here for it. As far as the Blockade Runner goes, they've been making this thing in micro scale for so long now, I'd be disappointed if it looked any worse. They still did a great job here though, and I don't want to downplay that. Then finally for the minifigure, you have a Rebel Fleet Trooper. I will never complain about these figures, they're one of my favorite. They look great, and it's the perfect choice for this set. All around, this set just has excellent quality, making it some top 3 material. In the runner-up position at number 2, we have the Rebel Snowspeeder and Hoth set. And right away, I have to talk about the build quality here. The Snowspeeder is insanely good. Every detail of the iconic Snowspeeder is represented on this thing. It has got to be the best micro build out there. I cannot rave about this thing enough. I don't know how they were able to do it, but they made this Snowspeeder 1-to-1 in this smaller scale. Moving on from that, though, you got a great looking pilot here with it too. Then, of course, behind all this, you have the planet Hoth, which is really just a white ball. They added some extra detailing in there so it wasn't so boring, so I applaud them for that, but they couldn't really do much more here at the planet. Alright, here we are finally at the top spot, and claiming it is the Acclimator and Coruscant set. This one fires on all cylinders. It features a Phase 1 clone trooper and a finely detailed Republic attack ship. The Acclimator itself is very rarely seen, but here it's executed beautifully. It has all those fine details on the top bridge that really make it noteworthy. I will say, however, the real standout is the Coruscant planet, which is without a doubt the most detailed and accurate planet representation in this entire series. Tie that together with the clone trooper that everyone loves, and you have a top-tier set. Its intricate design and faithful colors make it the pinnacle of this collection. There you have it, folks, a comprehensive ranking of every LEGO Star Wars planet set from worst to best. Now, what do you guys think of my list? Do you agree with the rankings, or do you have a different favorite? Let me know in the comments below. Also, would you like to see LEGO revisit this sub-theme in the future? Personally, I believe it brought a lot of creativity and diversity to the LEGO Star Wars lineup, making it a worthy candidate for a comeback. Alright, I hope you all enjoyed. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more LEGO Star Wars content. And until next time, I'll see you guys later.